Yeah, I agree with you.
Detective Riley! I saw someone with Megan Hipwell, but not on Friday night. She was having an affair. She had a lover. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I thought you didn't know her.
No, but I saw her.
You saw her where?
I saw her from the train. She was standing on the deck with this man.
With her husband, Scott Hipwell?
No, it wasn't him. This man was different, and they were kissing.
Wow, that's pretty coincidental, isn't it? You just happened to be on a train at the same exact moment that a woman you don't know but somehow recognize is cheating on her husband?
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
That's the crazy thing called life. You just come across people that find a way to stick with you for your entire lifetimes and become some of the more important people you know.
Yes. In my life. Absolutely. You, Kelly, Shauna, all these people,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of Kelly and Shauna, who are usual guests on this show, let's get this show rolling.
Oh, okay. Hey, let me get my shoes on. 1 second. Okay.
Okay. Are you dressed? Tell me you're dressed.
Sorry.
You're wearing pants, right? Okay.
The beauty of virtual podcasting is the best.
Well, we are back with episode number 172. How are you doing, buddy?
I am doing wonderful. I just feel good. It's just one. I'm back in the classroom now. Didn't think I'd like it, but man, I am loving it. I'm loving the class. The parents are so supportive. The school itself is it's a 10 out of 10. Wonderful through and through.
Oh,
I'm so
man,
happy.
I'm so happy
here. It's been great.
They're in Peru. We're gonna come visit you,
and that is really what's made my morning all the more better. Just knowing that we haven't had a whole lot of visitors. It's a long trip. We understand the expenses and things that it takes to get here, and so it's been rare. We haven't had family or friends come visit yet, but we're hoping that we do. And when you said that there's a chance you guys might be coming,
it's not a chance. We are for sure. We for sure want to do this. Yes,
get it going. That just warms my heart. It gets me so excited.
So excited to see you and the whole fam and Baxter and everybody.
And show off this wonderful city to you too. There's so much
exciting.
it has to offer. I can't wait.
I'm so excited. Okay, well, let's get going with the show. All this personal stuff is fun.
Oh, that's right. There's a show. There's a show we're doing here. You got to remind me.
So let's talk about what's new. What's new with you?
All right. So I just finished this movie last night. Well, again, it's one that you've seen first and you talked about it. That sparked my interest. It's called Infinity Pool from 2023.
Okay. What did you think?
So the very first half, I'm intrigued, sitting on the edge of the seat thinking, man, okay, where is this going? I knew this couple meets this other couple and something's off. And we do find out quickly what's happening. About halfway through, I started it late, so I knew I was going to finish it the next night. I come back to finish it, and I'm not really all that into it at this time.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I figured it out. And there's body doubling, which typically don't like that particular idea in movies and books, but
it can work sometimes. But to me, it didn't work in this.
It wasn't my favorite movie, but I liked it more. I did finish it, and I thought that it was better than I expected. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. It was all right. But
Kelly and I both went to see it. We didn't see it together, but we both went to see it, and we both had the same feeling. It was like, it was like they're just trying to do everything offensive they can. And it's just not entertaining me whatsoever. I didn't have anybody to root for in that movie. I feel like
that's a really good point. There's really not. Oh man, you just don't. No one's.
They're
really
all kind of lowlifes. It's like you can all die. I don't care.
All right. And the movie wasn't anything that I thought about. Like the cover shows these two people that seem to be like drowning or treading water in this like dark expanse of water. And I thought, oh man, that sounds interesting. Are they being tortured? Is that like a sea of blood that that they have to like
Yeah.
float in. Like, what's going on? And it was
Everything you just said is so much more interesting than this movie was. Okay.
maybe that's why I did not like it as much as I hoped I would. But it wasn't a horrible movie. I give it like a 5.5 out of 10.
Okay, you rated higher than I would actually. I was really. I heard all these great things about it, and it's David Cronenberg's son, that directed it.
Right.
And I heard all these things, and I'm watching, and I'm like, I'm not seeing it. I'm just not getting it.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as I hoped for. But there is one that I did that sparked my interest because it was one of the nominated movies during this past Oscars.
Oh, which one?
It's The Elephant Whisperers. It's the short documentary. Actually won for best short documentary or best short film documentary.
I haven't seen it.
It's crazy because as Liza and I are watching this, it's on Netflix, I believe, right now. As we're watching, we're like, man, that place looks really familiar. It's they're actually in South India at this like elephant. These people are taking care of these elephants, and they show you like how attached they are to them, like not just like physically but like emotionally, and these are like children. One of the ladies was like, my daughter just passed away and she helped me tend to these elephants, and the elephants are like an extension of her, so I feel closer to my passed away daughter when I am caring for these elephants. And so but the crazy thing, well, that's one of the crazy things, but another thing that was that we're like, have we been here before? And sure enough, the place they're at in South India is a place that one of the places we went to when Liza and I went after we got married in 2010. And it's like it's this jungle retreat in South India where these elephants are. It took place probably 5 to 7 years after we were there. So, but we were looking through our pictures, and like the way the gate looks on the show, on the movie or the documentary is exactly like the one it was. So we know we've been there. And while we were there, we saw these giant elephants looking down at the bottom of the river, and they were washing the elephants off and taking care of them. We're like, oh, that's so cool, elephants in the wild. But no, these elephants are rescued by these people, and they help bring them back. But the government of India. The government of India, though, can call them at any moment and say, hey, we need this elephant back. We're going to put it here. We're going to relocate it to another place. And so these people of this land, they devote their entire lives to caring for these animals, and all of a sudden they get taken away from them. Now, they can always go back and visit them and stuff like that, but it's just
not the same.
It's a really good story. It's only 41 minutes long, and it's just a heartwarming story about people who have these deep connections with these wonderful animals. I highly recommend it. It was really
That's so
nice.
cool. Do you remember? Was it Netflix, or do you remember?
It is on Netflix. It's a Netflix.
Okay.
It's only on Netflix, actually.
Okay.
So yeah,
that sounds real. I think Rick and I would both enjoy watching that.
I think you both would. It's a quick watch too. You can be done in less than an hour, and it's just it was done well. I liked it.
Cool.
So how about you? What's been entertaining you?
Okay, well, there are a couple of TV shows on Hulu that Rick and I have been watching. Okay, first of all, on Prime. Okay, there's a show called Time Warp: The Greatest Cult Films of All Time, and there's 3 parts to it. 1, 2, and 3. So much fun. It's hosted by Joe Dante, who, as a famous director, he did Piranha, he did Gremlins. I mean, he's awesome. Also, Ileana Douglas, I love her. Kevin Pollak and John Waters. They're the hosts. Yeah, they're
infamous John Waters. You know, I'm a fan.
Of course, because they're talking about cult movies. 2 of his movies are discussed during these shows.
Okay.
So that's really fun. On Hulu, we've been watching these 2 shows. They're from the History Channel, actually, but they're available on Hulu, and they're both made by the same people. They're very much the same kind of show. One's called The Cars That Built the World, and the other one's called The Food That Built America.
Whoa, interesting.
And it's really fascinating. They have actors recreating these famous people like Henry Ford or the Kellogg brothers, the Kellogg who made cereal, all this stuff. Just really fascinating stuff, and historical and really interesting and very well done.
Okay.
Last night, and that was going to be it, and I had my notes already and everything last night, and then Rick and I watched a movie last night that just touched my heart like you would not believe. It's called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Yes, and it is adorable. It's directed by Anthony Fabian. It's a very sweet movie. The actress that plays Mrs. Harris, her name is Leslie Manville, and she is She lives in London, and she is a housekeeper, and for some rich people.
Okay.
And this woman that she works for buys this Christian Dior dress, and she sees it and just decides, that's what I want in my life.
That dress.
I want a haute couture Christian Dior dress. That's going to be, I want that. That's her goal now. She wants this.
But that's expensive though, Jay.
Yeah. Very expensive.
Very expensive.
And it shows her getting the money for it and then going on the trip to Paris. And it is freaking adorable. It is heartwarming.
Aww.
It is the sweetest movie. You and Liza should watch this movie.
Okay. Where did you find it?
It's on Prime.
Okay, Amazon Prime. Okay.
If you have Amazon Prime, it's available just to watch.
Sure
It is the sweetest movie. I just all these characters, you're like, oh, this one's gonna be a bitch. No, she's sweet also. It's like, oh, they're also sweet.
Okay, so then the problem in the movie then is her finding a way to scrounge up enough money to
that's just the beginning.
This one dress. Oh, that's
then she gets there, and then the problems when she gets there, she has to, she has to get over all these other, obstacles,
Ooh, I like it.
And the people that she meets and ends up, being friends with, and it's just so heartwarming. I loved it so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend this movie. It came out last year, and I heard about it, but there were so many other movies.
2022 was an excellent year for movies.
It really was. It really was.
I feel like there's so many times we say, "Oh man, what kind of a down year for movies? There weren't that many good out." I didn't have, but no, last year there's one after another.
Well, of course, the big winner of the Oscars, Everything Everywhere All at Once. The movie from last year that gets forgotten is. What is it? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage. That movie did not get enough attention as far as I'm concerned. That movie was freaking awesome. Oh my God, it was so good.
I thought it was good. I don't think I liked it as much as you did, though. But I thought it did deserve something, more recognition.
It was so much fun. I loved seeing Nicolas Cage make fun of himself like that, and obviously enjoy making fun of himself. It was really cool.
Definitely enjoyed it.
Okay. There's a book I'm listening to called The Best Strangers in the World, and it's written and it's also narrated by Ari Shapiro, who is the host of All Things Considered on NPR.
I was going to say, that sounds so familiar. I always listen to NPR going and coming from school, and Ari Shapiro. Yeah.
The book is very endearing. And also, the other day, I've told you I went to the chiropractor. I had to go to Cedar Park. Okay.
Right.
So I'm driving home and I'm listening to him tell this story about these Israeli immigrants. I was bawling my eyes out on the freeway.
Oh, really? Really?
And one moment he makes me laugh. The next moment I'm crying. It's like he's really, his life has been amazing. And the way he shares it, he's very self-deprecating, even though he's ridiculously talented. The guy can, not only is he a great, journalist, he can also sing. He sings with Pink Martini, literally. He's been on their albums and on tour with them and stuff. So this guy is like multi-talented in ways you wouldn't even expect.
Ari Shapiro.
Ari Shapiro. Awesome. Yeah. He's really funny too. He's really funny and very open and honest about sharing things about his life, just really, really cool. One more thing. I've talked about it before, but there's a podcast called Horror Weekly that I really like.
Right.
Every week they do. And recently they did on Facebook, they posted something, 10 thrillers from the 70s that bombed, but became cult classics. And the reason I'm talking about it is out of those 10 movies, we've covered 2 of them.
Oh, really? Which ones?
The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane.
Oh, yeah. Just recently. Yep.
Yeah. And The Last of Sheila. Remember the one with all the people on the boat and all the
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Both those movies, they didn't make money when they came out, but now they're cult classics now. So I just
classics, right.
So something else about cult classics. There we go. So I recommend that podcast a lot. It's really fun if you're a horror fan, especially, but he kind of ventures outside, like you just saw, Last of Sheila is a murder mystery. It's not,
Right.
It's not horror, really. I guess you could kind of call it horror.
It's suspenseful.
The lines blur sometimes,
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, speaking of thrillers and murder mysteries and stuff, let's talk about the movie that you made me watch for this episode, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
Because murder is involved.
Yeah, there is some murder.
Absolutely. Let's talk about The Girl on the Train.
I saw her. I saw her from the train. She was with this man. Just for a second.
Is this her?
To a woman so heartless.
Can you tell me where you were Friday night?
I was in the city, and then I went to visit my husband.
You mean your ex-husband? It's my understanding that the woman who has gone missing was his nanny.
Rachel, I need you to stay away.
So what did you do during those hours that night?
I don't remember. There's some time missing.
Why are you here?
Because I'm afraid of myself.
So we're talking about The Girl on the Train from 2016, directed by Tate Taylor, starring the incredible Emily Blunt, just phenomenal actress. Oh my God.
I love her in everything she's in, whether she's playing the lead role or supporting role.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. She plays the parts perfectly.
She rocks it every time. She's one of those actors that no matter what movie she's in, she's going to be good. Right. Even if the movie isn't, she's going to be good. It also stars Haley Bennett, Justin Theroux.
That's right. Justin Theroux is in this.
Justin Theroux and Luke Evans as Scott. Okay, Keith, just off the bat, thank you for making me watch a movie that stars Luke Evans.
Are you a Luke Evans fan?
Naked. Thank you.
I hope there's more positivity in this.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Rick walked by and he's like, holy shit, look at that guy. And I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah, he is a looker. Yeah, he's a very good
is. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Actually, all the people in this movie are very attractive. All the women and the men, they're all,
and many of them are like they're well known, like Allison. Is it
Allison Janney?
Janney, yep.
Yeah, who is? I love her. Just anyway,
right. Laura Prepon too from
that 70s show.
That 70s show.
Yeah.
And they're playing supporting like minor roles, but they still like, hey, I know that person.
I'm going to tell you, every actor in this film is great. There is not one performance where I'm like, oh, that didn't work. Everybody in it is on the money. They are so good. I'm just going to break the rules and tell you right now, damn, this is a good movie, Keith.
Oh, right.
Damn, it's a good movie. Right. I enjoyed this so much.
Okay. Oh. So there was, while I'm rewatching it again, because the first time I saw it, I felt the exact same way you did. Like, wow, that was done so well. What a story. Yeah. I didn't see that end coming the way that it did. It has
yes.
I'm like, oh, crap. That's what's really happening.
Yes.
And it's jaw-dropping. The second time I was watching it, I remember thinking, wait, what's going on? I forgot what had been happening. And then Liza used a term, which we'll use later, but she explained to me what exactly was going on. Then I realized, oh yes, I remember this plot, and it's done really well. The story's told really well. It's a tough story to tell because there are a lot of elements. There are some confusing parts with there's neighbors, and how did you know this person?
Yeah.
Are you strangers?
And then 2 months ago, 4 months ago, yesterday, I'm like, where are we? What am I? Yeah.
Right. All that stuff
can be a bit intricate and confusing a little bit. Yeah.
But I think if you stick with it and just pay attention closely to what's happening and how people know each other, it will be quite convincing that this movie is quite the story to tell.
I'm telling you, the first time I watched it, I'm gonna have to be honest, I started a little too late in the night. And so I ended up falling asleep. Not because it was boring, just because it was so late.
I was tired. The exact same thing happened to me, except I just
the next day I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I don't understand what the heck was going on. So I started over. I didn't go back from where I just started over.
That's probably a good idea, because if you haven't seen it all the way through, then you won't really know it. You probably won't like the movie as much. That's good.
The second time, the full time that I watched it the second time, everything became clear to me. It was, fascinating.
So there's this weird, just kind of off topic real quick.
Uh-huh.
There's this really weird thing that I do. If I'm watching a movie and I know that I want to stop it at a certain point so I can come back and finish it,
Uh-huh.
I always look at how much time is left or how much time the entire movie is.
Yeah.
And I try to find an even number, like the 1 hour mark, like 1 hour,
Yes.
1.0,
To make it easy to remember.
right. Or if it's a 52-minute long movie, I'll like stop it right at 52 minutes and I'll just like pause it there. And I might come back and watch a few minutes before, but it helps me remember exactly where I was the next time coming. It's strange. I did it with this movie similarly. Anyway, I'm sorry I brought that up.
No. I totally get it.
Us from the movie.
I totally get that. I do that too, actually. In fact, last night, Rick was so tired he couldn't finish Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. So
okay.
We made a note of where he was when he was going to bed. And then when I finished it, I rewound it to that point. So when we go back, he can watch from there.
What a great husband you are.
Now, I try.
That's great. No, it's little details like that mean you really care. That's great. But what was I going to say? If it comes back, I'll let you know.
It'll come back to you. It'll come back to you.
Brain fart.
Okay, so The Girl on the Train is a 2016 American mystery psychological thriller directed by Tate Taylor, written by Aaron Cressida Wilson, based on the British author Paula Hawkins' novel from 2015. This is her first novel, by the way. The film follows an alcoholic divorcee who becomes involved in a missing person investigation.
Right.
And what were you going to say?
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, we meet Emily Blunt, who is on this train. And one of the things I'm thinking is she notices things, like she's always looking out the window of the train. She notices things that passes by. And it comes a point to where she goes on this train so often at the same time that it's very typical for her to see people interacting in their normal everyday lives.
Well, then you find out the reason she's on that particular train is because it goes by her ex-husband's house, where she's always watching, and then also watching not just the ex-husband, but the ex-husband's neighbors. She's very interested in them too. They seem to have the perfect life to her.
Right. And it's strange, though, we find out too why she's on that same. She's got some problems, or she's made to believe that she's an alcoholic and she's got some mental issues, and a lot of it is due to her alcoholism. She can't control it, and
her ex-husband,
right? But yeah, this is an interesting build-up to what's going on.
Oh man. So Emily Blunt plays Rachel Watson. She's an alcoholic who aimlessly rides a train into New York City every day after losing her job and her marriage. Now, we don't know that right away. We don't find out that she hasn't had a job in over a year until much later in the film, actually.
And she's staying with her sister, right? Who
I don't think it's her sister. Isn't it just a friend?
Maybe it's just a friend.
I think it's her friend. Okay. Yeah, Laura Prepon plays the friend.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's been with her for more than a few months.
She said a couple of years or something like.
What a good friend, right?
Yeah. And Rachel's like, I thought it was going to be a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and Laura Prepon's like, now it's been like a couple of years, So she's not doing well. She's not doing well. From the train, she fixates on the lives of her ex-husband, Tom, and his new wife, Anna, and their neighbors, Scott and Megan Hipwell. I love the name Hipwell.
Hipwell. Yeah,
Hipwell. Yeah, Scott's hips are well. Oof. Anyway. Megan worked for Tom and Anna as a nanny for their baby, Evie, but she recently quit. Okay, that's the neighbor was the nanny to the baby of her ex, of Rachel's ex. It's very confusing at first.
Right.
It's like,
like wait. And it's told in a way that you see certain parts and wonder, why did that happen?
Right.
And you don't know it yet. Yeah.
And it's very cleverly done.
Right.
The book apparently was written from the perspective of the three lead female characters.
Yes.
And so that's what they try to do also in the movie. I at first thought it's going to be all Rachel, but no, then I realized, oh no, it's these three women that we're seeing their perspectives on their lives and stuff. And you're only seeing parts. You're only seeing parts of it. You're seeing little images and stuff. So you don't get the whole story right away, which is so smart.
That is really smart, and it keeps your interest in it. Like, why did that happen? And then the best part is when you do figure it out, it all clicks, and you think, wow,
it all falls into place.
Okay,
There's a moment later on we'll talk about when I was like, oh, now it's okay.
It changes everything.
Yeah. Oh, and there are a few moments like that, but there's one big one I was like, holy shit. It was like, holy crap, During her marriage to Tom, Rachel became depressed about her infertility. There was a big deal. They wanted to have children. She wanted to have children so much. She wanted to have children anyway. He acted like he did, I guess.
Right.
So she develops this drinking problem, which led to blackouts and really destructive behavior. So at a barbecue, and I love this, at a barbecue held by Tom's boss, she drunkenly made a scene, and Tom was later fired because of it. That's what she believes. Okay, I'm just gonna say that.
That's what she's led to believe. She believes. But I loved how they showed the entire scene as she
sees it in her mind.
As she sees it in her mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, when she's all drunk, Rachel often harasses Tom and Anna. She calls Tom all the time, supposedly.
Again,
she's calling like every 5 minutes and texting. Although she has little memory of this, when she sobers up, she's like, I don't remember doing any of this stuff, So one day when she's on the way home on the train, Rachel becomes so angry because she sees Megan kissing some stranger on the balcony. And it cracks me up that they're out there making out, not thinking about the train. I was like, oh, nobody's on the train looking at us. And I don't know if you would just, I don't know. I've never lived next to train tracks like that, so I don't know.
But it also feels like it just how that short, like 5-second window when she passes by the house on the train just so happens that she sees the lives of people. I would think that 95% or more of the time that you pass by that house, nothing's happening during that time. Right.
Yeah.
So
and you have to just imagine that they're only showing the times when something did happen.
Right. But it also like, okay, right. Exactly. There's a lot of times though that she probably just drives by sipping on her vodka, not realizing that, okay, not expecting
not sipping, slugging her vodka. Oh my God. She fills up her water bottle complete with straight vodka and just slugs that vodka all the way in the oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
So when she gets all angry about this, she goes to confront Megan. She calls her a whore.
Yeah.
And then when she wakes up in her own bed hours later, she's covered in blood.
Right.
And she's like, oh, damn, what have I done now? What have I done now?
What just happened?
So Megan's reported missing, and Rachel is questioned by Detective Riley. That's Allison Janney, because she was seen. People saw her there that day. So Rachel contacts Scott, pretending to be Megan's friend, to tell him about the affair that she saw evidence of.
Right. But who's gonna believe her? I don't know. I think
I know
you're not very credible.
Drunk, yeah,
right. And you're telling me that this is how you saw it. You witnessed it from the train, like,
right?
Okay, that's a little hard to believe.
So she goes to Scott and says, "Okay, your wife's having an affair." And he's like, "Oh my God!" And then he shows pictures, and he said, "Well, this is her shrink. Is it him?" And she's like, "Oh my God, yes, that's him." So now we know she's having an affair with her shrink. Okay. So, and his name is Dr. Kamal Abdick, a psychiatrist. Okay. So, as a result, Abdick is questioned as a suspect, but he tells the police that Scott is emotionally abusive toward Megan, and the suspicion shifts to Scott now. Now the police think that Scott has something to do with her disappearance.
Right.
Because the psychiatrist is saying, we weren't having an affair, but I can tell you this, that, her husband is abusive and all this crap, which that's
not very professional.
Not professional. It's also not really true.
Exactly. Yeah. Like making something up to try to get the dogs off. Yeah. I don't know. It was low.
So Megan's like, Rachel's like, well, Megan's gone because of this doctor. I think I'm going to go and see if I can find something out. But when she goes, she makes an appointment with the psychiatrist. And instead of questioning him, she ends up discussing her own emotional issues, which
that's why you go to a psychiatrist.
That's why you go to a psychiatrist. Yeah. And he is, at first he's like, are you here to ask questions about me, or are we here to talk about you? And she finally, and then she starts talking about herself.
Well, she needs some psychiatric help in the first place, so that's maybe she felt like she was very in the right place and was very open to saying whatever she needed to say to make her own self feel better, because she's also very worried about herself. She's in a really tough spot in her life right now.
Right. So Abdick to the police recalls a session where Megan talked about that she had had a baby when she was very young, and the baby accidentally drowned in the bathtub, and she never forgave herself for it. That is a heartbreaking scene.
Oh, yeah.
That is and they hint on it earlier. You see her in a tub, and then she screams and jumps out of the tub. But you don't know why. Then later on, you find out that she had her baby with her in the tub, and then she fell asleep and accidentally let the baby drop. And it's just horrible. Just so horrible. And she never forgave herself for it. And this,
that is,
I mean, she goes off, wouldn't that drive anybody crazy? Oh my God. I don't know if I could live with that.
Imagine.
It's so horrible.
Well, I would feel guilty. I would feel guilty for the rest of my life just for going to sleep. I would never want to step in a tub again.
Yeah.
It would ruin me.
I mean, that would fuck you up forever.
No doubt.
Oh my God.
Losing a child anyway, but also being the sole reason why.
Being the reason why your child died. Oh God. I don't know if I can live with myself. I don't know if I can do it.
But it's an accident. Things like,
I know.
Sucks,
but, oh my God.
I know.
And I'm up until that point, I really didn't like her.
Right.
Because I feel like she's playing everybody. Then I realized, oh, honey, you're messed up. No wonder you're like this. Poor thing. I mean, then I felt such compassion for her. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Interesting how that worked out.
Well, Megan is found. They find Megan out in the woods, and tests reveal that she was pregnant, but neither Scott nor Abdick are the father. So, who's the dad? I wonder who it could be. Already, I'm like starting to lean toward the Justin Theroux character. It's like, okay. So Scott enters Rachel's house and confronts her for lying to him about knowing Megan. She's like, you weren't her friend. You didn't even know her.
Right.
And she's like, and then he says, now the police think I'm the suspect because of what the psychiatrist has said,
He was so pissed though, and he told off Rachel. And Emily Blunt does a great job.
She really does.
Scene in particular, really selling the fact that, oh my God, I'm heartbroken that this guy thinks that I was setting him up or something like this. But
then he's so angry, he basically attacks her. I mean, he doesn't like punch her in the face or anything, but he's very aggressive. Right. So Rachel tries to report this to the police because she thinks he's violent like this. Maybe he did murder her.
Yeah, he's indicative of it.
But then Allison Janney, her character Riley, she says, no, he's been ruled out because there's footage of him at a bar at that exact time. He has a perfect alibi. So on the train, Rachel sees Martha, played by Lisa Kudrow.
Yes. Who was hosting? She was hosting the barbecue party from earlier.
She was Tom's boss's wife. Or is Tom's former boss's wife. Okay.
Right.
And she apologizes for the behavior about that day when she had made the scene with the deviled eggs, all the stuff that she believes happened.
This is when you really start to figure out what's going on here.
And Martha's like, you didn't do anything.
That wasn't you.
And she tells her what really happened. You weren't feeling well. I took you upstairs. You laid down. I asked, then they show you. She tells, Rachel and Tom, y'all can stay here tonight. Just stay here. And he's like, oh no, we'll be fine. And then he convinces Rachel that she did all this stuff, even though because she doesn't remember, but she didn't. And Martha's like, no, Tom didn't get fired because of your behavior. Tom got fired because, in her words, he couldn't keep his dick in his pants at work.
Tom is an absolute piece of shit.
He's a POS. He's a true POS. Yes.
He is a two-timing, cheating, untrustworthy, horrible person with no morals, man. This guy is a piece of work. Man.
And then she realizes, when she woke up with all those injuries and stuff, that was from him. That was him being abusive to her, knowing she wouldn't remember, too.
Exactly. He's totally manipulating her, lying to her, gaslighting her is what he's doing. He's trying to make her think that she blacks out so much and becomes so uncontrollable that she puts herself in these positions and it's affecting their family and puts it all on her when it's really him that's setting it all up and doing it.
Yes. And then now we're realizing, okay, this is the true villain of the piece, right? Finally, okay.
No doubt now.
So meanwhile, Tom's wife, Anna, she suspects him of cheating, and she secretly finds a cell phone hidden in her house. And she finds out that all of those phone calls and texts he was getting, they weren't Rachel, they were
weren't from
Megan.
Rachel.
It was
They were-
Megan who he had
the other
impregnated.
mistress.
Yes,
Yeah, she
yes.
was pregnant, and he was only thinking about having sex with her all the time. Even so much to the point to where he like pulled Megan out into the woods and was about to like just take her, and then
Yes.
she goes, "I'm pregnant," and he like pushes her away and says, "If it's mine, abort it," and walks away. That's the kind of guy he is.
He walks away, then she comes after him, and that's when he pushes her down. She hits her head, and he decides, okay, this is how I'm going to get rid of her. I'm just going to kill her. And he bashes her head in with a rock.
and
It's
then
like,
tries to set up
whoa.
other people to make it look
Oh,
like it was
yeah.
them
Oh, yeah.
instead. What a piece of work, man! This guy, I tell you.
So now Rachel is sober, and she's remembering things, and she's like, oh my God, the day of Megan's disappearance, I caught Megan and Tom meeting, and that's when he hit her. Tom hit Rachel, saying, now she's realizing that Tom killed Megan when she refused to abort his baby. Rachel tries to warn Anna, who's already kind of aware. I mean, she already knows what an asshole,
right,
because
right.
Tom and Anna were cheating on Rachel when Tom and Rachel were married.
Right, exactly.
And Anna's like, I know he cheats. We cheated on you,
And now Anna is in the same position Rachel's
and she knows
in.
it, and she knows he's a cheater,
Yep.
So when they both confront Tom, he gets really angry, tries to force Rachel to drink some alcohol again, then throws a drink in her face and then knocks her unconscious.
Jeez.
Very tense scene. And also, I have to say, Justin Theroux's acting in this scene is fantastic. You believe he is unhinged. And he makes everything. He's like, well, actually, you know what, Rachel? It's your fault she's dead. It's like you killed her because everything you did led to her dying. Blame it on somebody else. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. So when Rachel finally becomes conscious again, she tries to get the front door, and then Tom tries to strangle her, and Anna's just standing there watching. She doesn't know what to do. She's just freaking out. And she's guarding the baby because she wants to make sure Evie doesn't,
Right.
Rachel doubles back through the kitchen, and there's a corkscrew that we've already seen. It's got a magnet. It's on the refrigerator, right? And there's a funny story because they wanted to do that in the movie, and then the magnet wouldn't work on the refrigerator, so they had to put double stick tape and pretend like it was a magnet.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Right?
Get a new fridge.
Right? So Tom grabs her out in the front yard, and when she turns, she stabs him in the neck with a corkscrew.
Dang.
And Anna comes up, and what does she do? She pushes it in deeper. Yes! Kill this motherfucker.
Did that feel good? She knows, man. Yeah.
He's like, fuck
pushed
you.
it in deeper.
Yeah. It was great. It was great. And then the two women just look at each other like, yes, it's over.
All right. There is a sense of retribution.
Oh my God. It's so freaking satisfying.
Yeah, it is very satisfying.
It was so satisfying. When Detective Riley interviews them, Rachel and Anna tell the identical story about killing Tom in self-defense. And Anna says, yes, Rachel was right. She was right about everything.
Nice.
And Riley's like, you got to be kidding me. And you can see Anna's face is like, nope, she was right about everything. Believe her,
Yep.
So later on, Rachel visits Megan's tombstone at a cemetery, and she says, we're tied forever now. The three of us, we're bound forever by this story. Then they show her on the train, and she says, I'm sitting in a different seat because I'm a different girl now. I'm not the same girl I was. And she looks so different.
Right. Well, she was, one of the truths about her was that she is a major alcoholic, and she does black out from time to time, but she's not a bad person. She was a good person the whole time.
And she kept saying, she even told, the psychiatrist, she said, he tells me I do these things, but they're things that I would never do.
Right.
These are things I would never do. And sure
Even
enough,
if I'm
she
blacked
didn't
out
do
drunk.
them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was the craziness of Tom that was the culprit the entire time.
Yeah.
Yep. But I'm glad that it ended the way that it did, because I felt
I am too.
There's some justice.
I wanted a satisfying ending, and we got one.
You got
really satisfying. I wouldn't say happy, but definitely satisfying.
Oh no, it's definitely not happy, but
Yeah.
I felt like it was satisfying for sure.
So a little bit of background. Emily Blunt wore bloodshot contact lenses for the scenes where she's really drunk. She also wore prosthetics in her cheeks to make her look swollen, because when you drink alcohol, you can get inflamed and swollen. so her cheeks look a little plumper. Also, she didn't tell anybody till much later in the filming, but she was pregnant while the whole time they were filming this.
Is that right? Oh, wow.
She told the director, Tate, she told me, said, you can't film me. You have to film me from the belly up, because when she's getting in the tub in the shower,
Right.
like,
right.
I'm pregnant. You can't show my pregnant. And he's like, you what? You are? She's like, yeah, I didn't want to tell anybody, but don't film my belly. I have to say, there are several nude scenes in this movie. They are so freaking tasteful.
Yeah. It was done well.
Because there are people in the shower and stuff. And of course, you see my guy, you see him from the back. He looks great. But I was really, especially the second time, actually the third time I watched it, because I watched it again and listened to the director commentary, because I just thought it was so interesting.
Yeah, where do you find the time?
I was sick all this week, so it was kind of easy. Yeah,
true. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I was home a lot this week.
Right.
Better now, though, everybody. I'm better now. So let's see, she was pregnant. Let me see.
I will say this, Jay, going back to the sex scene, there was one in Infinity Pool that I watched last night that it was the longest psychedelic sex
I remember that. Yeah,
it was okay. Get the point. Let's move on. It just
I know that's like my mom. Hi, Mom. My mother always says, like sex scenes, she's like, I'm not offended. I just want you to get along with the story. Would you just move ahead?
That's exactly.
It's not offensive. I'm bored. I'm bored.
Yeah. Okay. I get the point. Let's move on. This isn't rated X, right? Okay.
I didn't watch this to see naked people. Yeah.
But you're right. Here, the girl on the train did it really tastefully. It was you got the message, and then they moved on with the story, because that's paramount here. The story itself is the selling ticket, the bread and butter of this particular movie, and it's done so well that I thought that
so well.
Good story.
The author of the novel, Paula Hawkins, she thought that in her mind, she wanted Michelle Williams to play the lead role.
Okay, I can see that.
Emily Blunt. Although also. Something interesting, Margot Robbie was considered for the role of Megan.
Oh, really? Margot Robbie would have been great.
I think she would have done a great job. And in fact, of all, I said all the actors are great. The actress, you know what? I'm take this back, because the actress that played Megan, at first I'm like, you're not convincing me. But then you find out she's faking everything.
Yeah. I thought she did
basically
wonderful.
Faking everything. That makes me realize, no, you're actually really damn good at this.
Yep.
Chris Evans was attached to play Tom Watson, but he was making another movie, and so they had to get Justin Theroux, which I think that worked out good, because Justin
definitely did.
Great.
He really was. He sold it really well. Played each part just as he was expected to.
I agree. The critics were pretty positive on this one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Kristen Lopez from Culturist. I love that, Culturist. Isn't that great?
Culturist, definitely. Great name. Smart.
Though never devolving into the levels of camp, the girl on the train presents itself as Gone Girl's trashier but funner sister.
Yeah, see that I thought the same thing too. I thought Gone Girl
got a lot of Gone Girl from this too.
I got a lot of Gone Girl, based on the you get blindsided halfway through it. Oh, this is what's happening. Yeah, I got Gone Girl for sure.
Okay, so Aramide Tinubu from Hollywood.com says, it's no Gone Girl, but it's not half bad either. Now, here's a couple that weren't so positive. Michael J. Casey from Michael J. Cinema drunkenly stumbles through red herring after red herring, hoping that will all amount to something, but it doesn't. I disagree.
I agree with the first part. It did feel like it was kind of bumbling from one story to the next, but
wrong with red herrings. They're supposed to throw you off. That's what they're there for.
And I think that's what the idea of this was. So I think you texted me halfway through the first watch. You're like, this is confusing, but I'm liking it. That's a really good way to put it. Because when I watched it again, I thought, wait, I've already seen this movie and I'm already confused, but then it all makes sense if you just stick with it. And then you go back and watch it again. You're like, oh, wow, it's actually pretty genius the way that they told the story, the way it all unfolded. Yep.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that most of the critics were positive. Actually, they weren't, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Actually, they weren't. Jason Bailey from Flavor Wire says, maybe you have to read the book.
Well, my wife,
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, well, Liza introduced this movie to me, but first she read the book and loved it.
Mhm.
And so then we watched the movie, and she said the movie was okay, but the book is much better.
Wait, who introduced it to you?
Liza. Yeah,
Oh, your wife. Okay, Liza. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the book. The book was a big hit. It was a
Right.
big hit.
Yep.
And I hear it's very good. I have not read it. I might now though. It'd be interesting to read it. The scores on this, not great. IMDb 6.5.
Jesus, low.
Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter 44%.
Ouch. Oof.
Audience score 48%. I'm surprised at the audience
wow.
score. I'm surprised on
Lower.
that. I
think I'd
liked
like
this
to-
movie, Keith. I would recommend this movie.
Okay, fantastic.
I
Great,
really
Jake.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, watched
Great
it
to
again
hear.
yesterday. Just, like I say, listen to the director's commentary and stuff. It was just
Okay,
yeah.
great to hear. I'm glad you liked
really
it. I've had a few little, I don't know, little underwhelming movies the last few times I've
just
done
a
it.
few.
So I'm glad I've righted the ship.
Definitely, man. This is one I'll go back to. This is one I'll definitely go back to. Yeah.
All right, so you don't mind spending the extra $2 on it in order to buy it instead of rent it?
I know. When I saw it was just $2, it's like, oh, let me just buy it.
All right,
Because it never fails. I'll rent a movie and then I end up having to rent it again because I didn't finish
You
it
should
in
have just
time
bought
or
it and spent
whatever.
the same
I should
amount
have
on
just
it
bought
anyway.
the damn movie and
Right.
So I'm mostly doing that now, just buying them.
Just buy. If you can't find it, buy it.
Okay, so everybody watch this movie. It's really good. Really, really good. The Girl on the Train. Emily Blunt is a fantastic actor, and everybody should watch it. Okay. Real quick, contact info. You can find us at haveyouseen.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. The podcast, it's on Spotify, Amazon Prime, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. Wherever you find your podcast, you can find us. And wherever you find your podcast, please subscribe to our show and leave a rating, hopefully a high one. We hope.
Hopefully.
But if not, let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you want to do. Yeah. We want to hear from you. Okay. Let's talk about our next episode.
Let's throw it on me, Jay. You mentioned something before we even started recording about it that really sparked my interest. You said what? It was that this is a movie that we're about to cover that no type of movie like this have we covered up to this point.
Never.
Come on.
Keith, you are about to watch what I believe is probably your first silent film.
What? There's no
dialogue whatsoever. Now, it's kind of cheating to call it a silent film because
there's music.
There's music, and the music was created for the film. It was created to play, the music goes with the film instead of just somebody playing back in silent film days, they would have either a piano player or sometimes a band or even, in big theaters, an orchestra playing music along with the film. But they would just play music that they thought would go with it, or the director might suggest music to go with it.
And it was like typically like classical music that
typically, rarely was something written exactly. So this film, the music was written and recorded for the film, but they didn't do dialogue yet.
So is this film from like 1920,
1927?
Wow.
1927.
Is this the earliest movie we've covered?
This is the earliest movie we've done movies from the 30s, but this is the earliest film we've ever covered. The film is Sunrise, directed by F.W. Murnau. And guess who's going to be joining us for this discussion?
Oh, hold on. Okay. 1920s.
1927.
Sunrise at
film history.
Who's our we do like is it like who's our 20s expert?
We don't have a 20s expert, but we have somebody who's an expert on film, and that is our good friend Knives Monroe.
I was gonna say Knives Monroe, but okay. Now you've seen this movie. It's Sunrise. Okay. Is it A Song of Two Humans? I'm trying to Google it right now. Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's how it's described. A Song of Two Humans. I love it. It's so poetic. The film, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
No, so are there like subtitles though that say this is what they're saying?
You know what? I don't want to get into that. You'll just have to see.
Okay.
You're talking about title cards.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to wait and see.
I cannot wait for the next episode. Yeah, you're right. This is not something we've done before.
We've never done one like this. I'm really excited.
And this movie is almost 100 years old. That's crazy.
Exactly. We're going back basically 100 years. 100 years.
That's incredible.
I can't wait to hear what you and Knives, but Knives has
I'm
never
excited.
seen it either.
Oh, great. I'm excited Knives is going to be here with us too. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Oh, fantastic,
okay.
man.
Well, but we have to wait 2 weeks. Sorry, we have to wait.
All right. Can we record this afternoon? I'm going to go watch it right now.
I'm down. I'm down. Let's call Knives and see if he's been
good times.
Oh
buddy.
man,
Good
I'm so
times.
excited about that. So until next time, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Garcino.
And y'all just keep watching movies.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.